G'day everyone, Paul Stoner here, and I'm joined by Michael Hill from the Knox office, and he is Salesperson of the Month again. Congratulations, Hilly.
Thanks, Paul.
Well done, mate. Tell us a bit about what's been happening the last month.
Yeah, it's been busy. Look, we had probably an unexpected winter a couple of months ago. It was flat out, and we sold quite a lot of properties around that time, and managed to list quite a few at the same time. So just being consistent over the last 30 days has really helped us, get the commissions in and keep plugging along.
Yeah. What I've noticed is certainly the photos you guys send through, the amount of people turning up at your opens is extraordinary. Tell us a bit about what an open for inspection looks like for your team.
Yeah, look, we try and have a point of difference to other agents in the city of Knox. Our displays, I'd say, are second to none. We have a lot of information on there. Obviously, the brochures and the Section 32s, but also information about other properties we have on the market. Tips for selling your home, because we know a lot of vendors come through open for inspections.
And so these are all things that they can pick up as they go through the house.
Yeah, and it's amazing. We had an open for inspection on the weekend that had 60 groups through it. So you're talking over 100 people in a half an hour period now.
Yeah. Someone serving them coffee or something?
Yeah, we actually talked about getting a coffee van or something there. I think that'll be handy, but I've got two assistants that really help. So we have two lines out the front servicing all those buyers.
So why so many? Why?
Look,
what's going on?
Yeah, look, I mean, we're in a good market in Knox where I guess there are a huge range of houses. So you've got from up to over $1 million in Listerfield down to your first home buyers type houses. What we find is that because the money's cheap at the moment, a lot of first home buyers out there, you get all those people in the mix, and it creates numbers. So,
amazing. So if I come along to an open and I'm a buyer on the street, I'm going to be met at the door, and what are you asking me for at the door? Okay,
so we ask for a licence at the door, ask for the phone number. If they're a local, sometimes we ask for their address, because that could be a potential vendor. When they come through the door, I'll greet them and just introduce myself. If I get a chance, I'll ask them if they're there for a buying inquiry or a selling inquiry. As I said, we get quite a few vendors come through the door, so that's a really good way to find out if you've got sellers.
So when they're handing over their licences, they're cool with that?
Absolutely, yeah. I think I've worked in different areas. I actually worked down at Chelsea a few years ago, and I asked for someone's licence, and they weren't very impressed by that. In the city of Knox, people are just used to that sort of thing. All of the agents do it. So a lot of people who are used to going through open for inspections will have their licence ready to go. So, and look, it's a good way for listing properties too, because we tell vendors that we've got a secure way of holding open for inspections, and we know that the people are coming through are who they say they are.
Wow. So you're meeting that many people. How is that helping with your canvassing?
Yeah, look, I mean, we probably have thousands of people on our database due to the sheer volume of people we deal with on a week-to-week basis. We send out our rocket email every week. We also send out group text messages for properties hitting the market. Also, to all the buyers that have come through, once a property is sold, we send out a group text to the people that have come through, making them aware the property has sold, that we've got a great result. Again, knowing that there's probably some sellers in there.
Does the phone start ringing from that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's quite important just to keep in touch with clients in different ways.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Any tips for the guys that are watching on managing their data? Like, are you putting it into categories, or are you keeping... I know Ed, who will be interviewing a bit later, he does his hot list. We definitely have a pipeline that's distinguished into when they're selling. We drop CMAs out to our clients as giving everyone a market report once every 3 months. We, I guess, spend more time with the people we know could be coming up in the next 3 months. So we go and knock on their door, have a chat to them. We're starting to find now, we've been doing it for about 12 months, we're starting to find now that there are quite a few sellers going, hey, you know what, we're nearly ready to sell. So it's been a really, really good source of listings. Yeah, amazing. But it sounds, to go back to the open for inspection, it sounds like that's one of your major opportunities. So when you arrive, have you got a milk crate full of stuff that you're taking in, or?
Yeah, we get boxes we set up on Friday and get everything ready for the Saturday, because Saturday's just, from the start of the day to the end, it's just flat out. So we have a box of I guess goodies that we have in there, all the different pamphlets and 32s and brochures and other bits and pieces that we put in there are all sort of ready to go. We lay them out on a big dining room table, put our Biggin and Scott flag underneath that, so it looks really, really professional.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. So tell us about the next 30 days. How are you setting yourself up for this? We're running into the end of the year now, so...
Look, I mean, I've got 12 listings sitting in the background that haven't launched yet. There's probably 3 or 4 of those that may not launch, but they're sitting there in case they're ready to go. It's about getting them on because buyers are now we're finding they're getting a little bit desperate to get in because they want to settle before Christmas. So this is the time. So my dialogue to vendors is that you need to get on now because this is the hottest the market's been in a long time. And buyers basically in the next 6 to 8 weeks will think, okay, I might leave it till after Christmas now. So this is a really great time to get on the market and get things happening.
Yeah, exactly. Take advantage of it while it's strong. Congratulations, great job. You've got a new car out the front, I believe, so things are going well. There's no secrets in what Hilly's doing, he's just doing it. And I sent him a message during the week saying he's living the dream. So give him a call if you want to ask any questions, but congratulations again, mate.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.